face. You
Doesn't get me.
Especially when you graduated in 1979.
Doesn't get any better than that.
But I was catching this one, so I moved. I was like this.
Oh, he's got a microphone there, yeah.
There you go.
So we can actually hear what you're saying now, Blake. Let me ask you a couple more questions too. Since you've been out there, you moved out there in '85, and I keep referring back to '84 about that. And the work has been pretty continuous for you since you've been there.
Even when I was pregnant, I did 4 commercials. You know, one didn't make it to the air. I was in a bikini. It was 6 months with a computer on my tummy. Kind of glad that didn't make it, but
6 months with a computer in your tummy. What's that mean?
Yeah,
6 months pregnant.
Oh,
6
I
months
see.
pregnant. So I was like, boom. It was kind of cute, but I don't know if it was too cute. But it's been good. It's I'm actually going to be in the pilot of a new show called Cursed, and it's going to in between Friends and Frasier. Excuse me. I think it's going to start in August. All the new shows starts in into August, and it's called Cursed. And hopefully they'll bring me back again.
So what was your role there? What are you going to be doing there?
It's not a big one, but it was fun. It was a good baby comeback role. Don't you think?
Yeah, it's
a
perfect.
very good baby comeback role. I am the sexy office worker. My name is Donna. So
I see.
you'll see.
Uh-huh. Now, Blake, let me ask you.
Yes.
I asked her a little while ago, I think while you were outside with the baby, but Hollywood and the whole industry out there, I was asking her about, is it as cutthroat as people out here perceive it to be?
More so.
Yeah?
I think so.
Yeah,
Tell
I'm
me what your
jogging
take
in
of it
the-
is.
Jogging in the park, and a guy rides by and says, "I recognize her. Is that Gretchen Palmer?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, well, you're the husband. You're an actor too." And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, I've been told I have a thug Italian look. Like I should go out there. Is it pretty tough?" And I could just hear in his voice, he had no idea how tough it is.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, nobody. You could be the best in the world. De Niro did 14 years before he did anything. It's way harder than anybody thinks. You gotta love the pursuit. If you don't love doing the little things,
That's a good one. Love the pursuit.
then there's no way. Because if you're there for the fame, forget about it. There's every day there's 5,000 people that get off the boat,
Beautiful.
ready to go.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Every place in America where somebody said, "Oh my God, you should be an actor."
Yeah.
They're there.
Yeah.
They go.
And of course, we out in this part of the country, who we do not have actors on every corner, but we always hear the stories about like Tom Cruise, who's a waiter, and he gets discovered as a waiter, and
Never
becomes, you know,
Well, no, it kind of.
Well,
no, somewhat. I mean, just like with the Pepsi, though. I'm telling you, if I wasn't in that restaurant that day, but I know the other job was connected,
Yeah.
but still.
It's all that's like the publicist's story to be really
Yeah.
cool. You know, like
That's what
all
draws
of a
everybody
sudden
out
he got discovered. But he was hacking around forever out in New York
Yeah.
and whatever, and he was doing theater, he was doing everything. And what happened was he got in with that crowd that did not Rumblefish,
The boys, Lost Boys.
not Lost Boys. It was him and Rob Lowe and all those guys.
the
did this,
Outsiders, right?
Outsiders.
Outsiders, yeah.
He was
You're
hanging
good.
around.
I'm telling you guys about your business.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
good.
yeah, one of them had already made it, and
Yeah.
they were all hanging out together, and they were doing this. One guy was doing this movie, and he brought them all in.
They were all called the Brat Pack or something like that back then, weren't
Well,
they?
actually, that kind of came off a little later. The Brat Pack form with Rob Lowe and those guys, and Cruz
And the
had
Rat
gone
Pack,
off his
yeah.
own way.
Yeah.
But he was in with them, and then he met, I think, the casting director or somebody for Risky Business, and it was just right time, right place.
Yeah, it is a lot of right time, right place.
But he was killing himself in acting class. He was killing himself on auditions. He'd been hacking it out forever, and then it hit. You know.
If you look at, they showed one of his screen tests that he did with Heather Locklear.
Oh, that's
like
funny.
horrible.
Yeah.
You know, it's just you like Blake said, you got to love the pursuit of the whole thing, because you got to know this is what you're supposed to do. I
And-
mean, or come back to Ludlow, live in a great house, and you know, I love. Isn't it just beautiful here?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's just like we live on a townhouse. I bought a lot, no yard. We have a
I
Great
hear.
Dane. Oh, baby's crying.
Yeah.
Great Dane. I mean, we don't have, you know, land. You can
Yeah.
get land here, and it was for the same price. We could have a huge,
Oh, sure.
beautiful home here, and it's, you know.
Well, Ludlow. So, what's your take of Ludlow? Is this your first time here?
absolute- It's
Second.
first time, but actually where I was born in Texas.
Second time.
Second
You were here
time.
last year.
Second time. Where I was born in Texas, a small town.
Just like this,
very-
kinda like hometown
way
USA?
Smaller than this.
Yeah.
Way smaller. And then outside of Austin, where I'm actually from, is similar to this because I live in a small town outside of that. So it's kind of what I expect from, you know, small towns, and I love it. The only thing I was telling somebody, like her sister tried to take us someplace like, ooh, this is a really cool place. When I come to a place like Ludlow, I don't want to see what you think is cool.
Yeah.
I want to see the family. I want to see,
Yeah.
the, you know, I want to go to
Yeah.
the park. I want to get away from what people are saying is cool.
Yeah.
You know, I want to go hide.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
perfect place.
Well, you gotta give them the tour of Ludlow and give them like
Oh, I've done
I
it.
know.
Haviland Pond, Ludlow's finest resort. You gotta
I
take
know.
them there.
Oh, we know we ate last
did
night.
the
Denise and
park.
I ate at Double D, so we're taking
Oh, yeah.
him. Right
I'm
after
going
this,
to
we're going to
Double
Double
D
D.
right here.
That food was
I'm
good.
heading
I
over,
cleaned
man.
my
That's-
plate. It was like a class reunion, man.
Yeah.
We ran into Mark Cameron and
Oh, yeah.
and Pam Pychek,
Yeah.
and I mean it was like a hometown.
You're like one of the only people to ever leave Ludlow. You realize that,
I
don't
know.
you? Once you're born
Aren't there
here,
gates like you're not
you
allowed to
yeah.
go?
Well, you get a pass, and you expect you to come back. So
Right.
Exactly.
We're
Every
glad you
10
came
years
back.
they let one go.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
It's 1 for 1.
Yeah.
You
And
can
you
go.
got 3. We had 3
Yeah.
decades passed. 3 are
Right.
gone.
That's where you're on.
Now you mentioned your sister earlier.
one?
I don't know. I was going to ask you, how big is your family?
I have 2 sisters and a brother. And my nephew graduated from Ludlow High. When did Jason? 1999. Last year. This past year.
Soccer
And
player, Jason
soccer,
Willis?
Jason
Yep.
Willis.
Yeah.
Jay Willis.
Yeah.
And my brother, actually everyone's moving back to Ludlow.
See?
Erskine's back. Michelle's back. Christina, my sister, lives in New Hampshire.
What do they do for a
Thanks
living?
for my lighting
I know.
tip. I just appreciate it.
My head's getting
Because I'm
in the
like
way
this. No.
So what do your family do for a living? Your other sisters? and-
My sister, Christina, who's in New Hampshire, is a dean of a high school. Shelley works for Job Corps, and my brother is a landscape artist, and also had his own business for a little bit. But I think he's getting more into his artistic side, which I think
Yeah.
is just everybody to do that.
So when like the family reunions come around, everybody kind of huddles right over towards Gretchen. Tell me, Gretchen, what's going on in Hollywood? And is it true what they say about Jim Carrey and all these other things? They start throwing all these obscure questions at you.
They don't.
No?
it's
They leave you alone?
You know, when I first started getting jobs, they're like, "Oh, Gretchen's on." Now it's like, "Okay."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So things.
That's good. That means that you're
yeah,
making
it's
it. Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what we do. It's actually really just a job like this. Is this your job?
No,
Okay.
believe me. I make a lot of money to do this. This is
Okay.
this is high time for us.
Okay.
No, this is but when you do come back for the family, you're just kind of like Gretchen Palmer, the niece or the assistant sister.
I feel like that. I mean, when I went out with Denise and last time we were there, and someone said, "Aren't
No
you that
way.
girl from Masterpiece? I got the hookup," and Denise was like going, "That's weird. That's like so weird. You know, you're
Yeah.
just you." And I'm going, "I know. It's just."
Well, like I said before, Denise kind of got you here for me.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Denise because I know Denise through football actually with her son, and she's like, "Well, who are you going to have on?" I said, "Well, I want to try to get Gretchen Palmer on when she comes home." She's like, "Gretchen, why?" And I said, "Well, she's an actress, and she's like, well, I'll talk to her for you." I'm like, "You know her?" She's like, "Yeah."
Like,
so
yeah.
Denise was like, she's like your agent, your Ludlow agent.
I'm telling
Oh,
you,
she
you
totally
know how
is.
long we've known each other? Oh my God.
Really? Did you guys grow up with each other, like grade school and the whole thing?
Well, since 26 years, man.
Yeah. Well, tells you.
You way past
I
that,
know.
girl.
I know.
You gave that away like an hour ago. You're still
Yeah.
holding
I
on.
know.
You're like,
I can't let go. You don't understand. See, in Hollywood, I don't know what camera's on, but in this one, in Hollywood, age, I don't really look my age, even though if you think I do, I'm gonna kick your butt. But anyway, I play different. I play younger, so sometimes it's illegal for them to ask me now. But
Is that true just for like women or like
no, it's illegal.
ask
They
anyone
can't
how
ask
old.
anymore.
even like a man?
in the 80s, they
Really?
could ask,
they
but
can't.
because what happens
It's
is,
illegal?
like I said,
Really?
Absolutely.
yeah, because if
Age discrimination.
Yeah.
That's right.
because you immediately, even if the person doesn't look that age, you can't see them but that age in that moment. And so I would never work if I.
But like you said before too, I mean, that secret can only be a secret for such
Yeah.
a short amount of time. You
I
know?
think after my baby though, now see the reason I'm talking about it is because now I don't care. It's like it is what it is.
Yeah, and it's cable
After
access.
you give
I mean,
birth
what the
to a
hell?
baby,
Oh, I thought this was nationwide. What are you talking about?
It's going to be syndicated soon.
That's right.
I'm
it's
in,
syndicated.
Yeah,
This
I'm in.
comes on right after
We're in
That's
talks.
cool.
Turn.
Maury Povich is called. They're all kind of
Right,
right.
getting their
They're
line out over
struggling,
here.
aren't they?
Yeah, they're
that's-
looking to get
they want you.
a new anchor, but that's also true for men too. I mean, as
Well,
a
they
male
can't
actor.
ask, but for men it doesn't matter.
Well, I was going to say, like, look at
Doesn't
somebody like a
matter at
Sean
all.
Connery, and that guy just gets better as he gets older.
Doesn't
You know,
matter
more
at all.
distinguished. and
Isn't he just handsome?
I was, yeah,
Oh.
absolutely.
Totally.
But I mean, but for a man, that's
Doesn't matter.
kind of
Yeah.
You
the
go
case.
in and you can tell them not that they care.
Yeah.
But also, you walk in. I mean,
Yeah.
if they have me in for the 20s, they look at me and go, "Get out."
Yeah.
You know, it's like they know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, they don't care. Plus, the men's ages are vague.
Yeah.
Ours would be say from 25 to 40
Yeah.
on the casting thing. They don't even care. So it has nothing to do with it.
And
For women, it has everything
Everything to do with it. I mean, because it's You're like over the hill. I'm over the hill, but
Not yet.
Not yet.
You don't look it
not.
anyways.
Thank
That's
you.
all that matters.
Thank you.
But
it's like we were talking. Blake and I were talking about talent, because he is. I'm gonna have to toot your own horn, honey.
Oh,
he is so talented, and you know, sometimes you go in there and you nail an audition. You're better than everybody else. She's hungry. Yeah.
I gotta wrap this up. The baby's hungry.
I know. All of a sudden, I felt her.
Hey, you know what though?
I felt me.
That's good TV.
I know.
Bring that child in here and feed her.
And flip it out, man.
There's nothing like a good breastfeeding on TV.
But sometimes for auditions, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It's just being the right look or the right feel or the image when they're writing the script. Then you go and you see someone and it looks like the person that was in your head, and it wasn't the most talented person, and they'll go with that one. So you know, it's that's what makes it hard sometimes, is because you bust your butt, and like before my auditions, I would you pay money to coach to make sure you're a little, you know, on top of it than the next person. But Blake's been my coach lately, you know, with the baby, because juggling all this stuff.
Yeah, that's got to be difficult. I mean, you're adjusting to a whole new lifestyle now.
I'm having a little, to be honest, I'm really having a little difficulty.
Yeah.
My first audition was for a great, what's his name, David E. Kelly show, and I had to be tough. And before I could be really tough, I'm a softie now.
Yeah.
So it's a little adjustment, and he's taken the brunt of it.
But not only that, I mean, just the whole family life thing. I mean, your lives, the lives that you lead probably are, I mean, you got the kind of Hollywood lifestyle you did prior to your baby being born, I would assume, right?
Yeah, totally.
And now it's like, we got to be home because my baby needs to eat every 4 hours, and, and whatever, you know, I'm not sleeping as much as I used to.
Yep.
Yeah,
so
seriously, took her to an opening at some point.
I did. I took her I had a movie opening. What was I? She was 3 weeks old, and I had an opening of a movie, so I took her.
You've got no choice.
And
I mean,
she went.
Yeah. If you want to have children and be in the business, it's part of the
Go along for the ride.
price to pay. I mean, thank God you've got a husband who is in the business and understands kind of
Totally.
where you're going. So
Yeah.
I look at him and I love him.
he does have that good evil look though about
Doesn't
him.
he? Oh, you
I
have
was
no
on my
idea.
best behavior today.
I know.
Waiting for him to lash
she
out at
can
me.
give you that look, though.
Yeah, he's got that.
I was being on my best behavior today.
And you play a convict on TNT? Is that what it's
Can
going to
we
be?
have Denise come in with the baby?
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
Oh, come on. You look lovely. She just got her hair done. Come on. Come on, Denise. This is Ludlow. It's live. Oh, come on. Look, it brings Savoy.
Don't trip on the camera,
Will you
Denise.
hurry up? This is live.
I'm not.
This is live.
She's yelling at me like I gotta pay for this.
Come on. This is Savoy,
see the baby.
everyone.
Hey,
Oh,
how are ya?
watch her start crying with Chip.
I know.
This is Savoy. Come on, Denise.
I've got a baby, so I know
I
how to
don't
do
care
this.
what you say. She has to come.
Hey, boo.
Hello.
This is Savoy,
She's 5 months old.
Gretchen's daughter.
She's looking at Blake's.
Yeah, and she's starving.
And she's ready to walk.
Yeah, I could see that. She's styling too. She's got the whole thing going on.
One foot in front of the other. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Denise, come on. Please.
No,
No, come on.
Denise, I'm not, because I have to live with her after you leave.
Yes.
No,
So
but her
don't-
hair's just done. It
don't-
looks good. Come on. You look really lovely. Come on.
It's
Okay,
not going to happen. She's not going to do
do
it. Her baby's staring at me here. But I want to thank you guys very much. Blake, very nice to
thank
meet
you
you.
so much,
Welcome to
man.
Ludlow again.
Thank you
Gretchen,
so
thank you very much for
much.
accepting our invitation.
Thank you very much. I've had a great
Loved
time.
it.
And I want to thank Denise for forcing you to come in. And thanks for faking like you really wanted to be here. That was really nice.
That was the best line.
good,
That
huh?
was the best
That's
line
why
of
I'm
the
an
whole thing.
actor.
That was really sweet.
I was laughing for 15 minutes on that line.
But
Writing it down.
Ludlow cable access, so it doesn't get any better than this.
So when I get my big hit, before you cut it off, I'll come back and I'll do it
Absolutely. We'll have a bigger studio then.
again. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
We'll do it all. Yeah, we'll have a picture of like
Well,
the
we like this.
we'll have a picture of the new
Welcome
high
to
school
Ludlow.
when you come back.
Oh, I know. That's cool,
Yeah, I
man.
know. Not like when you were here.
No, it's
back in
really-
'79.
Ooh.
I'm gonna bring that up again. Well, but thank you very much. And
But I'm
Keep that
still
on
27. No.
I'm glad you can. The town had a chance to meet your baby and your husband.
I know. Oh,
Maybe
this
they-
is a family picture, honey.
I know.
We have to wrap it up, don't we, Chip?
We do.
Okay.
The baby's hungry. So that's going to do it for this week's show. Thank you very much for tuning in. Next week we're going to have Bill Rooney, who is the chairman of the Celebrate Ludlow Committee. He's going to be here. We're going to talk about the fireworks and some of the things that they have going on for the 29th of July when we celebrate Ludlow. So for the Blake Palmer family, thank you very much for
Bailey Adams.
Bailey Adams. I'm sorry, Blake's his first name. Too
However you do it.
many stage names being thrown around.
Chip, you're in my light. Okay, there you go.
This has been the toughest interview I've ever had to do in my life. Never again. But next year when you come back, you're going to be a bigger star than you are now. Yeah, we'll be seeing you on the big screen again. But
Thank you.
Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you very soon around our town.
Bye.